Hola, ¿qué tal? Estamos aquí en un capitulini más de Metal Gear Solid 5 de Phantom Pain. Probablemente el último, no sé si voy a grabar más. Solo quería tener un poquito de recuerdo más cómo es el gameplay. Y depende de cómo vaya. Vamos a ver si lo sigo haciendo o no. Pero resulta que ahora que me metí al juego, pues ya la pantalla inicial ya no estamos en el hospital, ¿no? Ya estamos en un helicóptero, ya es diferente, ¿no? Entonces le damos continuar. Mira, ahora hasta sale el menú para jugar Metal Gear Ground Zeroes. O sea, ya es diferente, ¿no? Entonces, vámonos. ¿Cómo que no? Tenemos que pasar esto otra vez. Bueno, ahora sí. Continuamos donde nos habíamos quedado. Solo tenemos que pasar otra vez la secuencia final esa y continuar, ¿no? Así que, vámonos. Ya se terminó. Ahí está. Créditos finales. La misión era salvar a Casajera Miller y ya. Obtuvimos Afganistán. Oye, el cassette. Información previa de Ocelot. Otra vez. Está bien.
We're headed for the Seychelles. That's where our new home is now. Hey. That was some operation we had, huh? 9 years ago. Carving out our own world. Making our own future. And they took it away. I'm gonna rebuild it. Make a new place. Together. That we can call home. Yeah, we were dogs, all right. Slinking around out of Cypher's sight. Digging up whatever kind of dirty money we could find. You name it. We did it. You see this? Diamond Dogs. Our new home. A phantom of our former selves. Triumph. Death. We weren't allowed either. Yeah. I remember it all.
Sí, vamos a ver qué pasó.
Played us like a damn fiddle!
Help me, Snake. Chico.
It all ends soon, exactly as I've planned. No!
Give my regards to your boss when you get home.
Snake. Why are we still here? Just to suffer? Every night, I can feel my leg, and my arm, even my fingers. The body I've lost, the comrades I've lost, won't stop hurting. It's like they're all still there. You feel it too, don't you? I'm the one who got caught up with Cypher. A group above nations. Even the US. And I was the parasite below, feeding off Zero's power. They came after you in Cyprus. In Afghanistan. Cypher just keeps growing. Swallowing everything in its path. Getting bigger and bigger. Who knows how big now? Boss. I'm gonna make him give back our past. Take back everything that we've lost. And I won't rest until we do.
Approaching Mother Base.
Our new Mother Base. I don't know how long it'll take, but I'll make it bigger. Better than before.
Gosh. What should I do?
Boss,
Tell me. Tell me like you used to.
things have changed, boss. We pull in money, recruits, just to combat Cypher. Rubbing our noses in bloody battlefield dirt. All for revenge. The world calls for wet work, and we answer. No greater good. No just cause.
Cause.
Cypher sent us to hell. But we're going even deeper.
I know. I'm already a demon. Heaven's not my kind of place anyway.
Dogs of war for 9 whole years. That ends today. Now you're not sleeping, and we're not junkyard hounds. We're diamond dogs.
Let them talk.
We can crush Cypher, boss. And you can build the army that can do it.
Just one thing, Kaz. This isn't about the past. We're fighting for the future.
Qué fuerte el peso emocional que le da Cass, ¿no? Al sentimiento este de venganza.
Boss, there's something I want to talk about. It concerns the running of Mother Base. Come meet with me.
Ok, ya voy en un momento, pero sí, que fuerte, ¿no? Y el contraste, ¿no? El balance entre Cass y Snake que le da el... Dame chance. El contraste, ¿no? Entre el contrapeso, mejor dicho, Cass con su sed de venganza que le da bastante potencia a su emoción, ¿no? A su mensaje se siente bastante, ¿no? Bastante emocional. Y bueno. Y aquí Snake recordándole que van a pelear no por el pasado, sino por el futuro. ¡Ya! Cállate. ¿Qué pasa si lo duermo?
You came. This base belongs to you now. Make Diamond Dogs the force it deserves to be. Like any organization, we need good people, and we need to make good use of their talents. Miller asked me to lay that out for you. To start bringing people in, use this. It's a Fulton recovery device. When you're in the field, use it to extract any soldiers or prisoners you want back here. And we'll see if we can't persuade them to join the ranks of Diamond Dogs. Go on. Test it out on the staff here. Anyone you want. First, put them to sleep. You have a tranquilizer gun, don't you? Pull any punches.
Ok, el ataque a Fulton como un Peace Walker, ¿no? ¿Cómo estás, compa?
First, put him to sleep. You have a tranquilizer gun, don't you?
Ok.
Out like a light. Now approach him and extract him.
Sí, justo como un Peace Walker.
Good. Extraction complete. You can only Fulton recover someone if they're not resisting it. No dead bodies either. They don't make great recruits. The staff member you just extracted will be assigned to the team best suited to his abilities. See for yourself. Open your iDroid. Select staff management from the mother base menu. So that staff member was placed on the R&D team. The R&D team is in charge of developing all kinds of weapons and items that'll support you on missions. Take a look at the development list. Select weapons items under the development heading.
Weapons. ¿Dónde era?
What's wrong? Go back to the mother base menu. Select weapons items under the development heading.
¿Dónde?
Please specify
That's the R&D
project.
team's development list. See the item called cardboard box? Doesn't seem much use to me, but Miller was adamant that you'd want it on the list. The last word in infiltration technology, or so he said. In any case, we don't have the manpower to develop it just yet. We need more staff on the team. Go extract a few more people. Boss, put the iDroid away for a moment. You can also Fulton extract individuals you've knocked out. Why don't you try knocking someone out with CQC next? Show them how it's done, boss. Try throwing that one. It's the best way to knock someone out instantly.
¿Cómo era para noquearlo? ¿Para botarlo? Nope. No era lo que tenía en mente, pero...
Good. Extraction complete.
Arrived at mother
One thing I
base.
should mention. A Fulton extraction won't always be successful. If the person is injured, the shock of it could kill them. And if the weather's unfavorable, well, it could end up going missing. You can determine the chance of success by approaching the person you want to extract. If you want to be sure you can get them out, best carry them to the chopper instead. All right, extract the next staff member.
I'm ready, boss.
Extract him. Use any method you like. If there are multiple adversaries nearby,
Let's do
perform
this, boss.
CQC on them in quick succession. This allows you to take them all out before any of them can strike back.
No sé cómo hice eso, pero... Dame chance, quiero practicar. Ah, ya entendí, ya entendí.
Extraction
Now
arrived
that we have
at
more people on the
Motorbase.
R&D team, its level has gone
Unit
up.
function
You should be able to
extraction
develop the
arrived at
cardboard box
Motorbase.
now. Open your eye
Development
drawer.
project has been added.
Select weapons items under the development heading.
Please specify
Now select
project.
cardboard box and start development. Just be aware that development requires funds. GMP. Watch we don't end up in the red.
Ok.
Development has finished.
Please select a
You can
drop
have the
point.
support unit supply you with weapons and items you've developed. Think of it as your own personal delivery service.
Supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
Tiene que ir de por acá arriba, ¿no? Ah. Ok.
And there it is. Not sure what it's good for, but Miller said you'd know what to do. Try it out. One last thing. The staff members you extracted were all placed on the R&D team, but that was Miller's decision. If you think they belong somewhere else, you're free to move them around. Well, that about does it.
Mission
You won't
info
make
has
any
been
GMP or
updated.
find recruits hanging around here. Board the chopper when you're ready for a mission. Open your iDroid and select a landing zone to tell it where to pick you up. Or if you're still in the mood for knocking guys on their asses, you can stay around here a while. Give the men some practice. Just come pay me a visit.
Bueno, vienen de regreso, Vamos a buscar en el menú donde podemos quitar que escuche la voz de la inteligencia esa. O... Creo que sí se siente un poquito... que se entromete. Bueno, ya está. No se debería escuchar.
Boss, let's practice your CQC. Begin by grabbing.
¿Otra vez?
Once you've grabbed someone, you're free to do as you like. This isn't like you, Snake.
I'm ready, boss.
Try it one more time. Give it another try.
Acción.
Once you've grabbed someone, you're free to do as you like. Interrogate him, knock him out, kill him. Scratch that last one for me. Go ahead and knock him out. Good. Extract the staff member.
Yo creo que esto lo vamos a omitir. Ya hice el tutorial y creo que ahora... tenemos que ir a hacer la misión, aunque yo quería explorar la Mother Base. A ver qué tenemos. Pero bueno, cuando regrese, porque seguramente todavía estamos en un tutorial, ¿no? Sí.
Gaining altitude.
Your diamond axe. Ok, ¿qué acaba de pasar? ¿Terminamos ya el episodio 2? Diamond Dogs. Bueno, sigamos porque esto fue demasiado poco. Información previa de Ocelot. Ok. Veamos pues.
Boss, I know you haven't been back long, but I prepared a list of missions for you. Open your iDroid. I've taken the job offers Diamond Dogs has received and made a list of those I want you to consider. Which ones you accept is your call. The objectives of the missions I've added are prisoner rescue, facility sabotage, and high-value target elimination. Probably all a walk in the park for you, but they should help you get back on your feet. I put the mission details on a cassette tape. Refer to it if you decide to accept the mission. We'll receive GMP for completing missions, and extracting soldiers and prisoners will boost our ranks. Building up Mother Base is the first step to achieving our goal. If that means wet work, so be it. We're gonna have to get our hands dirty. I hope you're rested up, because we're not stopping. Not until the pain is gone. The future of Diamond Dogs is in your hands. We're counting on you, boss.
Ok, entonces aquí vamos a elegir las misiones, como un héroe, misiones disponibles, todas las misiones. Deambular libremente, moverte por el área de operaciones. Ajá. O sea, podemos ir a deambular, ¿no? A ver qué encontramos, como que fuera un mundo abierto. Y las misiones. Aprovechando, vamos a ver que... escuchar los cassettes, ¿no? ¿Quedó eso dónde era? Información, música... Mira, música, cita de música, ningún cassette. Información previa de Ocelot. Esta ya la habíamos escuchado. ¿Cómo sabemos si ya la escuchamos? Ah, se tiene el puntito, ¿no? Bueno, el alias Shalashashka.
Ocelot, I hear they started calling you Shalashashka in Afghanistan. What's that about?
You know the term Sharashka? It's slang for a suspicious, hastily thrown together organization. The word became associated with a type of forced labor facility in the Soviet Gulag system. OKB scientists and engineers who'd been convicted of crimes were sent to a Sharashka for forced R&D. The Sharashkas were supervised by Lavrenti Beria of the NKVD, the secret police, under the official name 4th Special Department.
Forced research? That's not very different from what we do here.
Diamond Dogs is different. Everyone here believes in you. Regardless of where they came from or why they're here, they revere you. And they're fighting because it was their choice.
And if it wasn't, they'd leave?
Who knows? That's our reality here, whether it's real or not. If there's another truth, I don't want to know it. All that matters is that's the concept that's taken shape in their heads. The traces of a group ideology, our superstructure, to put it in Marxist terms.
All right. Go on.
Right. So anyway, at some point the enemy started calling me Sharashka. This was after the war in Afghanistan broke out. While I was keeping an eye on you in that hospital, I was also heading up interrogations here. The men I broke gave up their comrades and families, everything they wanted to protect them most. No real cause for it. I just let myself get caught up in the old Russian pride. And suddenly I received the honor of becoming Special Interrogation Advisor to the forced labor camps. But the more men I interrogated, the more people saw me as just that, the interrogator. It helped cover my real objective of keeping you safe.
You went that far for me?
Far enough to keep you alive. I ended up being pretty well known among the Afghan guerrillas. Some of them would have seen me on the battlefield, and that's how I got the second half of the name. Shashka. It's a sword, a type of saber from the Caucasus. Russian dragoons and Cossacks carried them into battle. Now, the Russian Empire had a general by the name of Fyodor Arturovich Keller. His bravery earned him the nickname Russia's Greatest Shashka. Someone must have known about that, because somewhere along the line, Shashka got stuck on the end of Sharashka. The guerrillas were using the name amongst themselves, and by the time I got to hearing about it, pronunciation had wound up as Shalashashka.
So, half Gulag, half Hero sword. Is a perfect fit.
But you see how rumors and ideas about people can get out of hand fast. Once you create a character and put it out there in public mind, it warps and twists with every baseless rumor. And before you know it, all people see are phantoms. In my case, it works out just fine. I'm plenty used to working under aliases.
Qué feo. Me dio curiosidad de sentir ese Phantom Pain. De no tener una extremidad y todavía sentirla. Pero esperemos que nunca pase. Ojalá que no. Solo fue simple y mera curiosidad, ¿no? Ahora, no sé por qué mencioné esto ahora, pero... Pues eso, ¿no? Esperemos que no. Que nunca pase. Y que siempre tenga mis extremidades intactas, ¿no?
So SALT II still hasn't gone into effect. That treaty was drawn up to limit not just the size of the U.S. and Soviet Union's nuclear arsenals, but also their delivery systems. The whole deal. Just when we thought all those years of negotiations had paid off, somebody decides to invade Afghanistan. The timing couldn't have been worse.
The president was in the middle of the SALT II talks back then.
You mean while you were busy trying to stop Peace Walker? I heard. President Ford was meeting with the General Secretary in Vladivostok. In his absence, the political brass in America detected what they didn't realize was false nuclear launch data from Peace Walker, and were on the verge of ordering a retaliatory nuclear strike.
Coleman's big idea? Humans are incapable of destroying themselves. Turns out he never knew what humans are capable of.
If that AI, the boss, hadn't found a way to stop the fake data transmission, they probably would have gone ahead with the launch.
Deterrence was revealed as the pipe dream it was.
All thanks to you. And her. The U.S.-Soviet talks looked set to fall through. What happened in Nicaragua no doubt helped trigger a change of heart. But in the end...
The time's to find the politics. When you've grabbed their tail, they turn and bite your hand.
I first met you 20 years ago now. The place was Selenouyarsk in the Soviet Union. We were enemies. I was with the GRU. You were still fighting for America. 1964. Operation Snake Eater. Its objective? The assassination of the legendary soldier known as the Boss. When you returned home successful, they awarded you the title Big Boss. Your CO, Zero, sought to carry on the boss's will by covertly establishing his own organization. You knew the original members from Operation Snake Eater. From America, there was David O, or as he was to you, Major Zero. Donald Anderson, aka Sigint, Dr. Clark, who went by paramedic during the operation, and the fourth, you. From China, there was Eva, and me, Ocelot, from the Soviet Union. 6 in total. To us, government notions of friend and foe were meaningless. As were East and West, we joined forces by our will alone. Our objective was to fulfill the boss's dying wish, to make the world one. And to do it, Zero used the Philosopher's Legacy, the secret war fund you obtained during Operation Snake Eater. This organization would go on to become Cypher. I, on the other hand, was left with the problem. You only recovered half of the legacy. I had to locate the other half myself. When I found the funds, I passed them on to Zero, just as you wanted.
I still trusted him in those days.
We thought what he was doing was the boss's will, until he started that one project.
Les enfants terribles, Zero called it.
You parted ways, as did Eva, leaving only Anderson and Clark still with him. I maintained limited contact, although truth be told, we were just keeping tabs on one another. The reason was always you. After you returned to the Army and created Foxhound, you left America. For a time, even I'd lost track of you. I'd imagine Zero did too. You always were the best when it came to hide and seek. Zero created Cypher, an information network to tap into every corner of the globe. Woven together, Cypher's arteries make the world just one big organism, and that's not all. It also monitors the thorn in Zero's side. That's you, tracking your coordinates wherever you might go. The further you strayed from your roots, the larger Zero became. It's as if he was trying to close the gap between you. But before long, he disappeared from public life. Only a few people had direct contact with him. For a time, I was one of them. Then a year after you fell into your coma, he slipped out of sight entirely. Since then, nothing. No photos, no recordings, not even a reliable rumor as to his whereabouts. I tried every method I could think of, but Zero was gone. Freed of his control, his creation, his power continued to grow. Cypher is a great beast, and Zero was its spine. But even without him, it's endured, evolved. But now its body is rotting, riddled with parasites. Parasites like the ones who attacked you 9 years ago in the Caribbean, and then at the hospital. Cypher's Black Ops unit, XOF. They learned where you were, and came to wipe the slate clean.
Mira qué interesante, o sea que eso no me lo sabía yo. Pero bueno, bastante interesante.
Christmas Eve, 1979. The Soviet Union rolled into Afghanistan. Muslims had revolted against the Soviet-friendly regime established the year before. The DRA forces could no longer contain it themselves, so the Soviets went in to intervene. The Afghan government was powerless and fraught with infighting. They lost the hearts and minds of the people, and that alarmed the Soviet leadership. With the Islamic Revolution happening in Iran, the Soviets felt they had to act fast or risk the spread of Islamic revivalism. A superpower, sending a motorized rifle division against men on horseback with antique rifles. Everyone thought it'd be over in an instant, only it wasn't. Some Muslims made their fight a jihad, a holy war, and began a guerrilla campaign on all fronts. A war of attrition. These fighters call themselves Mujahideen. They're being supported by the West through Pakistan. That's why Miller was involved. He was training them near the Zero Line, sponsored by the CIA. The war has become a nightmare for the Soviet troops stationed here. They thought they'd be headed home in 6 months at the most. Then a year passed. 2 years. Now here we are 4 years on with no exit in sight. Afghanistan has become the Soviet Union's Vietnam. The Soviet troops on the ground want to go home, but at least they have homes to go back to. The Afghans have lost theirs. The Soviets destroy the kishlaks, villages, wherever they can. They burn down homes and fields, fill in wells, turn pastures into minefields. It's created a mass of refugees who fled to Pakistan. If the Mujahideen are fish swimming around the villages, the Soviets will go so far as to dry out their ocean. But this has had a big price. There's bitter resentment among the Afghans, and they're taking out their anger on the soldiers on the front lines. Among the Mujahideen are the Pashtun people. They're fiercely devoted to their code of Badal, or revenge. Soviets they've captured have had their hands, feet, and noses cut off before being left to die at the side of the road, just to show their comrades what they're capable of. Friendlies who come across them can do nothing but put them out of their misery. Then they burn down another village in retaliation. And the cycle of vengeance goes on.
Bueno, interesante todo este contexto y hacer una misión, pues. Como un héroe, elimina al comandante del destacamento de Spetsnaz involucrado en secreto en la operación de calcinamiento en tierra en Afganistán. El objetivo y su unidad de reconocimiento ocuparon la villa de Shago y están preparados para el asalto. ¡Vámonos! ¿Qué posición? Esta. Vamos a ver qué tal por ahí, ¿no? Iniciar misión. Seleccionar equipo. No es como que tenga mucho donde elegir, ¿eh? La prótesis mioeléctrica para Snake. Usa el botón L1 para dar un toque y atraer enemigos. Ah, bueno. ¿Y si la desequipamos? Bueno, equipémosla. Está equipada, ¿no? Armas de apoyo. Es nuestra primera misión, no tenemos mucho, entonces vámonos al lío. Y ya está. Seleccionar vehículo, seleccionar compañero. Ah, bueno. Nada, me gusta este rayo, este tigre. Diamond Dogs. Vámonos. Que empiece el show, pues. Esa técnica de... Vamos a poner a prueba. Episodio 3 como un héroe. A Hero's Way. Técnica de tocar nuestro brazo para llamar a los demás. Así como... Toc, toc, toc.
Your target is a Spetsnaz detachment commander. Your orders are to take him out. With skills like his, it'd be a shame to waste him. But I'll leave the method up to you. Boss, make your way to Dishago Calais and eliminate the target.
Bueno, vamos a llegar. Está nuestro compañero leal.
Be careful down there, boss.
Gracias. Vámonos por acá mejor. Ok. Estamos un poco lejitos, ¿no? Si encontramos prisioneros de guerra, pues los liberamos, ¿no? Pero... Cuidado, 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 cuidado. Me pareció ver a alguien ahí. Dos sujetos.
You've arrived at the objective. Your target should be somewhere in that outpost. And don't forget, he has a Spetsnaz recon detail with him. Keep your guard up.
¿Estará hablando ruso o en...?
Is that him? Take a good look at their faces so we can ID the targets.
Llámenme loco, pero no sé, esto me siento como... Esto no se siente como Metal Gear, se siente como... No sé, me siento como Rambo. ¿Cómo vamos a abordar esto? ¿Y qué es hasta dónde se fueron? ¿Por qué siguen yendo hasta allá? Están haciendo reconocimiento, ¿no? El perímetro. No los tengo que olvidar porque en cualquier momento aparecen. ¿No?
Those materials have already been processed. It may not be much, but we can use them straight away if you bring them back to base.
Estoy apuntando directo. Tal vez si me encargo de ese de ahí primero, podría funcionar, ¿no? Está empezando a amanecer, ¿no, hombre? Ahora ahí sí va a ser más difícil, ¿eh? ¿Por qué hay tormenta? ¿Están aquellos aquí? Ah, los Spetsnaz. Пацiencia. ¿Qué se está pasando? Esto... Pero ahora están todos en alerta, Adiós, infiltración. ¡Ay! No es que todos tienen puesta la mirada ya.
Looks like the enemy's lost sight of you. They're gonna try to hunt you down.
Sí, lo sé. Lo bueno es que su último punto de referencia y el último avistamiento fue allá, así que todos están apuntando hacia allá. ¿Qué fue eso? ¿Qué es eso? Despacito. Es que están tirando eso para alumbrar, ¿no? Y ver mejor.
But they're not giving the all clear just yet. Stay alert.
Tal vez. ¿No lo llevamos? Puedo llevar a 12. A ver, lo convencemos, ¿no?
He's coming too. Roger that.
Ok, 6 de la mañana, ya está empezando a amanecer. Las cosas van a poner más difíciles, Escucho pasos, ¿dónde? Hay alguien que no he visto, que no he marcado, Uno de estos, a ver qué pasa.
You gotta extract him.
Sí, ya. ¿Para dónde está yendo? Ah, está yendo para allá. Quieto, 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 quieto. Ahí está, creo que es el que no había marcado,
Boss, intelligence work work is all about observation and gathering information. Start by using your binoculars to get a grasp of your surroundings.
No está bien. Voy a ocultar por acá.
Давай проверим. За мной.
КП, это 1-1. Только что слышал какой-то шум. Прошу смотреть сектор. Прием! Это КП, понял. В данный момент тебе некого подстраховать. Действуй один. С особой осторожностью. Конец связи.
Смотри.
КП, это 239. У нас проблемы. Усиливаем охрану. Прием!
Demonios.
Подозрительные. Конец связи.
Quería, pero bueno.
Snake, are you okay? Snake!
Oh, no estoy bien, me mataron. Una vez más, un último intento. Bueno, segunda oportunidad. Creo que me escuchó. Si va a bajar. Me sirve. ¿Podrá hablar?
Talk. He speaks Russian. What we need is an interpreter. The main principle of intelligence work is intel gathering. But that's a problem if you don't speak the enemy's language. We need a staff member with the interpreter skill to do a simultaneous interpretation.
Where are your friends?
Я не говорю по-английски. Отпусти.
Creo que esta sí la vamos a hacer bien,
You gotta extract him.
Ah, demonios. La llanta. ¿Qué? Sí, hombre, cada movimiento ahora es el sonido, las vasijas, las llantas, botes. Va a venir para acá. más difícil de lo que pensé.
Sandstorms come in. Sandstorms effectively make you blind and deaf, but that goes for the enemy too. Use the situation to your advantage.
Эй, смотри!
No sabía eso. Pensé que estaban los Spetsnaz o esos como de la unidad X o F o desde el episodio anterior, Sube. Bueno, se está pasando la tormenta de arena, así que mejor me quedo acá. Si viene para acá sería lo máximo.
Нет, не делай этого!
¿Qué pasa si lo llevamos así? Sí, creo que tan difícil es.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Qué tan difícil es convencer a personas conscientes, ¿no? Estos soldados.
Ничего нет.
Ya va a amanecer, lo cual no me conviene.
Start by heading for Calais. Check your map for the location. The target is camped out in that village, dressed as an ordinary soldier.
Ah. Curioso.
Those materials have already been processed. It may not be much, but we can use them straight away if you bring them back to base.
Voy a encargarme de eso. también los convencemos. Ahora por dónde. Vamos a ver cómo está el panorama por acá. Alguien me vio. ¿Cuántos podrá esconder ahí? En el basurero. Solo uno. Por lo menos lejos del área, ¿no? De donde están todos ellos. Y su rango de visión. sangre en el suelo. Ahí. Bueno, ya que... ¿Eso por qué está corriendo? Entonces extrañaron de que se quitó la música, ¿no? Entonces por eso se están acercando a ver qué onda. Qué tensión, qué tensión. Se están despertando, hombre. Los noqueados se despiertan. Eso no está bien, Espero no muera.
Target confirmed dead. Your objective's complete. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land. Don't hang around.
Bueno, zafamos. Bueno, eso estuvo interesante. ¡Sí! Bueno, completamos la misión. ¿Y ahora qué? En la Mother Base.
How you feeling, boss? Getting used to being in the field again? Having choppers and a horse at your disposal is indispensable for operating in the wilds of Afghanistan. I've gone ahead and arranged for you to be able to develop and customize weaponry for support choppers.
Gracias.
And you can also develop new equipment for D-Horse if you like. Use your iDroid to start development as needed.
Eso está interesante. Pero creo que eso lo vamos dejando para el próximo capítulo.
Remember the guys you brought back from the base in Cuba 9 years ago? Some of them survived that hell we went through. Word reached them that Big Boss is back and they wanted in. They're good men. Our brothers in fate. They'll be glad to know you've seen them here.
Hideo Kojima aquí. Esa no me lo esperaba, honestamente. Voluntario especial, Amber Fox, Gold Fox, Grizzly Hedgehog, Upgrade Chameleon y Wild Harrier. Bueno, ya. Cool. Vamos a ver qué pasa ahora, si va a haber una cinemática o no, o simplemente tenemos que elegir la otra misión.
The side ops list is comprised of problems we need you to resolve. Objectives to be completed, and information gained from the soldiers and prisoners you've extracted. These aren't missions per se, but if you can take care of them when you're free, I'd appreciate it.
Ok. Bueno, entonces, ¿dónde estamos? Ver el menú. Ajá. Misiones secundarias. Extrae el intérprete. Esto va a ser interesante. Y como sea, lo vamos a dejar para el próximo capítulo. Así que muchísimas gracias por acompañarme y hasta la próxima.